Hi, Brendan Gaffney. I'm the managing editor here at Popular Woodworking magazine. And we've had an interesting tool come across our bench recently. These are the micro jig MATCHFIT Dovetail Clamps. They're not clamps for dovetailing. What they are F-style clamps, but with a dovetail profile head. And what that lets you do is, with a 14-degree router bit, either in a router table or in a handheld router, you can make some simple channels and slots in your jigs. This is an auxiliary fence or a planing stop, but you can also use it in table saw fences, all sorts of places. You route a slot, and that lets you put the clamps into that slot and locks them in place. What that lets you do is incorporate clamping into your jigs, into your machine work, and affix them where maybe in the past you've used hold down style clamps or F-style clamps. It's a really interesting way to incorporate clamping into some of your jigs and your bench fixtures. So we've come up with a couple quick uses that we want to show you, but I think they're $40 a pair or thereabouts, street price. They're a really great little investment for incorporating into your work. So let's check out a couple uses for these. All right, so we've got a piece of cherry here we're going to be using for the fence with our dovetail clamps. And I've got the correct dovetail bit set in here, and I've got it raised up enough so that the clamp head is going to clear when we're using the cherry block with it. I've backed up the cut with some poplar scrap, and I'm using a miter gauge on the router table just to mill a quick slot. So here we go. All right, there we go, easy. And so we'll just clean up these little edges where we got some furriness, and we're good to go. All right, so I've defuzzed these little dovetail slots we ran. You can also see we've got a longer one that I ran earlier. And now we're going to put this into use. We're gonna use it as a planing stop first. So you can see those dovetail clamps slide nicely. And we're gonna use those to affix this to the edge of our bench here. And this bench is dead simple, just a thick piece of plywood on top of some legs. No fixtures on it, no vices, but in this case, we certainly don't need it. We can make a simple planing stop with just a board of cherry, and now that that's affixed, I've got a nice platform that I can plane against, smooth boards, so on. Do some simple work on. So easily made shop fixture. All right, so now we're at the bandsaw, and we've got our simple fence here clamped up. This time we're using the long slots instead of the short ones, and we're making a simple bandsaw fence with it. So obviously we have a fence for the saw, but it's a nice luxury to be able to make simple auxiliary fences on the bandsaw. You can make tall ones for resawing. A low profile like this would be nice, so we can get, if we're working really small stock, we can get the guides and the fence really close to the work. And yeah, so just a couple turns of the clamp, and I can pick the bandsaw up with it. And now we've got our nice simple fence. Easy. So you can see with just a piece of scrap wood and a few dovetail slots, we've made a really versatile little shop fixture. It's a planing stop. We showed it as a bandsaw fence. Could be a circular saw guide, a router guide, any number of things. And this is just what you can do with a stick. Integrated into a table saw fence, a router fence, all sorts of jigs and fixtures I can imagine using on power tools and with hand tools. So I think these MATCHFIT clamps are certainly justify having a pair of these around to outfit your shop with a few extra fixtures here and there. So I like them.